Chelsea Gund. I'm a sophomore here at Elon, and I was studied abroad in Ghana for winter term. We were there for 3 weeks, and it was a group of 32 students and 2 chaperones. Trip too, but I picked Ghana because the trip just sounded absolutely amazing. I'd heard nothing but good things about it. I'd always wanted to go somewhere in, like I said, Africa. I just wanted to see the culture for myself, get to experience like their traditions, their lifestyle, see how it's different from the U.S. And I just figured, like if you have the opportunity to go somewhere for winter term as opposed to being here, why not? So what piqued my interest was I know that the culture is so incredibly different than ours is, so I just wanted to see, like I said, see for myself. And I knew a girl who went the year before, so I talked to her and she told me about how like absolutely amazing it was and just how much she learned, how much she saw, and was just like blown away by how unique it was, how different, but like in good ways it is from culture in the United States. I don't know, just reading through the programs, it just sounded like it was really great because it was part service component as well as the actual traveling, obviously. So I really liked that aspect of it. I think my favorite part of the trip, it was not specifically one aspect of it. It was just like, for the trip we traveled to several different villages and areas. And my favorite part was when we actually incorporated the service. We went to this village called Sakode, and it's this really poor little village. And when we went there, we got to spend a day visiting, we had a host family kind of. So we broke up into groups of like 3 or 4, and we got to go into their homes, see how they live, see how they cook, meet their kids, just see their general lifestyle, like exactly how they live day to day. That was really great to get that experience as opposed to someone just telling you, More of like culture-wise, they're very, very communalistic, whereas here we're very individualistic in the U.S. So everyone works together. In the villages, it's not just like individual families, it's a whole community. And the community raises the children, it's not just the parents, which is really neat. I thought it was so cool, and I wish that our culture was a little bit more like that, but it was just really great to get to see that. I mean, obviously the experience was so incredibly eye-opening and made me appreciate everything I have so much. I mean, I've always known that I'm very lucky and fortunate and things like that, but being there and seeing what they have and don't have and the things that we take for granted definitely made me feel that way even more. One of my favorite parts is we got to travel to a bunch of different cities and villages instead of just staying in one place. So I love that. We got to see the city, we got to see the villages, the really poor areas, the more wealthy areas. So it was lots of exposure. And we did lots of touristy things like museums and things like that, as well as going to see families and getting to see the culture in a more, hands-on sense, things like that. So we got to do a little bit of everything, which I really liked. I would most definitely recommend the trip to anybody. It was the best experience of my life, hands down, thus far, and I'm so glad that I went. I couldn't possibly have thought of a better way to spend my winter term. It was nice to be able to slow down for a while and just kind of like let go of things and relax. So, are you gonna make a difference?